with a speech titled Memorable Moments.
Memorable moments. I'm going to talk about a couple milestones in my life. These are not big milestones like the birth of a child or even getting married, but they're two things that my wife and I have memories of each other, and these are stories about the places where our paths, rather than cross, these mark milestones where our paths merge together. We've known each other for about just over 11 years, and we've been married happily for just over 6 of that. Our 6th anniversary was actually a month and a day ago. But I wanted to talk about two stories, one of which is something I remember about Sheila, and one of which is something that she remembers about me. And the first one I'm going to call the Altoids incident. And this is back before we were even dating. We were just kind of getting to know each other. And she lived in Lansing at the time, and I happened to visit her. And she knew the area. We were going to go to a show or something like that. And she said, "I'll drive." And I'm like, "No problem. I'm not like the male chauvinist. I don't have to drive us everywhere." So I hop in her car, and I look over, little Saturn SL1. It's got a manual transmission, 5-speed, and I'm going like, ooh, girl drives a manual, kind of cool. There's a check mark in the plus column. She fires it up, starts it up, backs it out, heads out on the road, and then it's like, boom, boom, boom. She drives the snot out of this car, like plus, 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 plus. Girl knows how to drive. So we'd already eaten dinner, and we're heading to somewhere, I forget what the show was. And she reaches down and gets a little tin of Altoids. And you know, Altoids are little mints like this, the Curiously Strong mint. Offers me one, and I'm polite because we're not even really dating yet. We're just kind of getting to know each other. So thank you very much. I take one, she takes one, puts it back. And I'm sitting there and watching the traffic and whatnot. And like a minute or two later, she reaches over and rolls down the window. I was like, what the heck was that? And it's like, what did you just do? She's like, I spit it out. I was like, what did you do that for? She said, well, they're too strong. I can't eat the whole thing. I was like, what the heck? So I put that in the minus column? I don't know what to do with this thing. So, but I ended up putting it in the plus column because for me I always remember that because it was something where, okay, this is a girl whose approach to life is full metal jacket. This is just on, out, grab life by the horns and run with it. And that was something that really sticks in my mind as, you know, this is somebody I want to hang around with. So that was the story that I remember about her. Now the other story I was going to tell you was something she remembers about me, and I'm going to call this one the Remington Seal of Approval. Now Remington is a big black dog. I have a picture of him, I'll show you. This is Remington right here with his full-on goofy smile going. Now this is our family. This is also Elsa and Mo, and I'm not going to talk about them today. Maybe we'll do that in another speech. So, and that's Sheila, by the way. So, she went to school in Minnesota and moved to Lansing for her first job out of college. And she got Remington when she moved to Michigan. And she got him as a puppy. And they've grown up together. And Remington is definitely a mama's boy. They are tight. And she was dating, and she had boyfriends, and friends would come to visit, things like that. And Remington's one of these dogs that he'll just walk right up to you. If he's all about scratchies. He'll just walk right up, okay, make with the scratchies. And there are only a very few people that he won't walk right up to. If somebody creeps him out, then okay, you're an automatic DQ. I'm never going to date you, because Remington doesn't approve. But she had one boyfriend that he'd come over to visit her, and Remington would be like right up there, and he'd be, okay, scratchy, scratchies, and he'd go like this, on the top of his head. And she's like, oh, come on, you don't treat a dog like that. So I go over to visit her apartment once, and I get in there, and this is Remington. Hey, Remington, how you doing? We'll do with the scratchies things, and do you know any tricks? You know, sit, he sits, and give me a paw. Oh, good, what, give me the other paw. Very good job. She taught me this trick where you can go, and he rolls over and he plays dead. So and 5 minutes later, after first meeting Remington, we're like running around the apartment, we're doing laps, we're throwing squeaky toys, and it's like, this is awesome. Okay, he gave me the seal of approval, so there's a plus, plus. He's running around the house with the dog, having a ball with them, plus, 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 plus. So that was one of the things that she remembers about me, is that Remington approved, and I also got right in there and started playing with him. So Remington is 13 now, so it's kind of a bittersweet story. He is an old man, and especially for a big dog, 13 is a ripe old age. And his eyes are getting cloudy, and his hips are getting a little creaky, so he kind of staggers up the stairs when he walks, and sometimes he needs even a little bit of help. But I don't mean to end it on a sad note, because one of the things that we're always going to carry, because we have a big milestone event coming up in our lives, and it's not going to be a happy one, but we'll always know that when Remington met me, that he gave me his seal of approval, and that was when Sheila thought, you know, this guy's all right. I might have to hang around, you know, keep him around a little bit longer. So those are my stories. Thank you very much, Mr. Postmaster.